Hello there and welcome. I'm Colin Symington Bailey, best-selling author of What Do You Think and founder of CSB Coaching. I support stressed and overwhelmed professionals to realize a more fulfilling balance between their 9 to 5 and being empowered to thrive in their everyday life. And I call it the art of balanced living. Now, in today's video, I'd like to talk a little bit about what I believe is a common theme which runs through a lot of personal development and is supported by many different thought leaders on the subject. Essentially, it's what Ralph Waldo Emerson proposed, in that we become what we think about all day long. Tony Robbins goes on to suggest that your dominant thoughts predict your reality. We become what we think about. Now let's take an example. You want to lose weight, for example. What is your dominant thought? It's all centered around weight. Is it any surprise that you haven't managed to slip out of that burden and actually lose the weight that you aspire to lose? If you were to reverse that and flip the mindset just a little and think about your target weight, your ideal weight, and becoming that ideal weight, wouldn't that make you a lot more engaged and committed to that result? Bearing in mind what Kenneth Blanchard said, in that there's a difference between being interested and being committed. When you're interested, you'll do it at your convenience, when it's convenient for you. But when you're committed, you'll do whatever it takes and accept no excuses, just results. So when you're committed to reaching your target weight rather than interested in losing weight, and you might even be committed to losing weight, but your dominant thought is weight. Let's give it another example. I want to get out of debt. What is your dominant thought? Debt. So is it a surprise that you're still shackled by the burdens of debt? Because that's your dominant thought, and we become what we think about. We see our bank balance, we look at our financial statements, we see the pile of bills piling up, and we think about our reality in terms of we haven't got enough money, we're in debt. Yes, it would be great to get out of debt, but your dominant thought is still around the negativity associated with that debt. Flip it. I want to be financially free. In fact, how about I am so happy and grateful now that in 6 months' time, so let's say for example November 2018, I am earning whatever that sum of money might be, and I am financially free. When you give your brain a tangible target to work towards, not only do you have the clarity with which to focus towards it and to move with momentum towards that goal, but you also have the benchmark to be able to evaluate your progress. When you're just losing weight or getting out of debt, what are you working towards? You're working away from something, but let's take the analogy of a sat-nav. You're not working away from somewhere when you get in your car and start driving. Yes, you're leaving home. But if you don't know where you're going, how are you ever going to get there? You might want to leave home, and yes, that's important to get to where you want to get. But if you haven't typed in that sat-nav coordinate, if you haven't got the clarity of what you want, realistically, how likely are you to get there? And how will you know when you're there? Yes, I want to lose weight, but what does success look like? How much weight? Give yourself the benefit of working towards a target. And the more clarity on that target, the more likely you are to achieve it. But act as if you are already in possession of that target. So if you want to be financially free and you're earning X amount of pounds every single month, act as if you are already in possession of earning that money. Act as if you're already in your ideal body with regards to your target weight. But bear in mind also what psychiatrists and psychologists call loss aversion. Your mind does not want you to lose anything. Something you already have, you do not want to lose. So there's even more reason for your brain to throw up reasons or obstacles or barriers for you not to lose weight. Not only is your dominant thought centered around weight, but with loss aversion, your mind doesn't want you to lose anything. Now, in closing, I'd like to quote from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, the exact same book that Bob Proctor has been reading religiously every day for the last 57 years. And a book which, as you can probably tell from mine, does get quite a bit of use as well. But with regards to today's topic, I'd just like to say that, remember, no more effort is required to aim high in life, to demand abundance and prosperity, than is required to accept misery and poverty. And in closing, our only limitations are those we set up in our own minds. It's the power of your mind that enables you to achieve the goals that you seek. The only person stopping you, the only thoughts that you engage are the ones that you choose. Do you choose the positive thoughts and act from a position as if you're already in possession of that? Bearing in mind it's a lot easier to join the dots backwards than it is going forwards. So when you're at that goal, you can trace back the steps to where you are and plot your route. When you're planning your sat-nav, it's a lot easier to plan your route knowing what your destination is. The only limitations are those we set up in our own minds. How are you limiting yourself? So thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here with me today. I appreciate that there are many demands on your schedule and for your time. So I appreciate you making the choice to choose to be here. If you know of anyone who you feel might benefit from this video, then please feel free to share it with them. Please leave comments, posts, like, share, engage. I value your feedback. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel or my community, The Art of Balanced Living. I update my videos and content weekly, so please feel free to subscribe, and that way you won't miss any updates, and perhaps you'll get the update a day or two before my regular social media channels. Until next week, as always, live with balance. Have a great week, and I look forward to catching you again next week. Take care.